Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm here with BringItDon. I made a couple changes off camera. She now has the +4 adamantine breastplate, and Reg is wearing the dragon scale plate. Now, I don't know if I showed this on camera or not, but he has the adamantine full plate, and she has the bladed plate. Anyway, let's go visit Vrask on our way to deal with Jaethal's quest. See what he wants for his masterpiece. I already know what his masterpiece is. I know it's an Earthbreaker. I just don't know anything about it. I mean, it's the name of the quest. It's called Earthbreaker. Your Highness, sad to see how old Vrask is doing. I've set up nicely here. I forge armor and weapons for anyone who's got the coin. Though the fighters in these lands are weak, some can't even lift the normal axe. They cannot hold a candle to my sons. Half-orc grows grim, and his voice becomes dull and soft. Meldus was a strong one. He could hit an ogre with a hammer so hard that it would leave behind its teeth along with its boots. But they are gone, both the sun and his hammer. For 12 generations my family has owned this hammer. It's a relic, you could say. I wish I could fix it, but how? And for whom? What was the relic you spoke of? Can I help you fix it? Vrask swells with pride. It's a hammer named Earthbreaker. That's fitting. It is a Earthbreaker after all. It's just not hyphenated. Hold it with both hands. Whatever you hit, the only thing left there will be a greasy spot. I gave it to my son when it got too heavy for me. He named it Nibbler. You see, its head has beak-like wedges made of Innobrix. Innobrix is very hard celestial metal. It cuts through iron like knife cuts through butter. Like a knife cuts through butter. It was a fine hammer. Nobody knows how many skulls it cracked. It broke the day my son was killed. The hammer's head cracked all over from a magical blow. It needs to be reforged, but where can I possibly get any Innobrix? Without that, the hammer is just an ordinary sledge. You can use it to hammer in posts or tie it around your neck and drown. The Technic League is bound to have some. If you come across one of their camps, you might find Innobrix there. Remind me what you require to reforge your hammer. Innobrix. It's a celestial metal that looks like lead. It's pretty rare, but you might find just enough in the Technic League camp. Now tell me about yourself. What should I tell you? I have no idea. Ask me what you want to know. How did your family die? Vrask goes grim and his eyes start watering. I left my house. Went to a tribe that had ordered weapons from me. As I got back to my house, I was ambushed. They hid in my own yard. I have no idea how I survived, but I saw the dead bodies of my wife and children with my own eyes. I had 4 lads, all of age, all carried weapons. 3 daughters too, and they knew how to fight. More of the scoundrels kept coming. I guess they tracked us down, waited to catch us by surprise. And I guess I was lucky. They didn't kill me with the others. I fought them off and got lost in the woods. Walked for a long time without a road, and finally ended up here. You know the rest. But the gods didn't see a long life for those bandits. I heard they're all dead. Only their chief is still breathing, the Fingerless Witch. I wonder if that's something that I can continue, if it's like his own quest that he's just referencing. Tell me about your craft. There's nothing to tell. Barbarians think all good things must be sturdy, heavy, and big. Fragile and brittle things are no match for their strength. They have so much, and it begs to come out. Small and light things are easily lost in battle. Weapon must be sturdy, or warrior might break it over the enemy's head. And armor must be even sturdier. And a blacksmith, I figure, needs to be like his armor, sturdy and strong. Brass shows you his huge fists and absurdly thick arms. And patient. Barbarians have trouble with this last one. That's why a master is so valuable. Where are you from? I was born in Belkzen. I had to take off when I was still a snot-nosed kid. Got in a fight with some bonehead, and I hit him. I mean, not the bonehead. I was aiming at him, but I hit a chief's son, and he suddenly went and died. Had to run away as far as I could, just to stay alive. So I ended up in Lastwall, an awful place. Anyone with orc blood is a misfit, which is fair enough. Orcs have killed so many of them, but I settled there, started my business, and a family. Alright, let's put this conversation until later. Alright, so I have to go to a Technic League camp. I don't think it said which one, right? There's like 3 Technic League encampments, aren't there? There's the one where we found Octavia and Reg. And there's the one in the mountains. If it's the one in the mountains and that's on the way, we could stop there, grab it, and be done with that quest. That'd be easy and convenient. Let's see, because there's one over here. That's a hideout. That's right, and that's where the Hell Knights are at. Oh, no, it's here. Okay. Well, good. At least they marked it for me. Let's head over here and finish this. Okay, that's on the western front. Alright, let's go here. It's gonna take 2 days. Oh, Kingdom thing popped up. Let's check it out real quick. Yeah, we already finished that. Talk to Lindsay. She ceased, but we still lost loyalty and community. No. Hey, +1 culture. Alright, so we have to head back for the well. We got +1 to culture. I have to deal with both of those. Alright, well, let's finish Jaethal's quest and we'll head back and deal with that stuff. I'll probably prioritize those. I mean, well, the prism thing is Valerie's quest. I mean, that's a priority anyway. But since the Hell Knight is in the secluded lodge on the way back, we'll deal with that as well. Then probably on our way back from Valerie's quest, we'll stop by the technically encampment and get the inner bricks. Alright, well, they do are immune to poison. Never mind. Just kill it.
With me.
Cool. And continue.
I need to catch my breath.
Let's try to get out of the mountains first. When Valerie's tired, that's when we'll rest.
More strength fades.
Okay, well, we're out of the mountains. Let's do the... We don't have any cheese, so we can't do cheese crostata. Now we had another one. 1.5 temporary hit points per character level. Rounded down. I thought I had another... I had something else that allowed you to move or travel for longer without getting tired. Here we go. Fish on a stick. I got plenty of those ingredients. Continue.
I'm not afraid.
You intercept over here. Oh, she's using Hellfire Ray on goblins. Maybe maybe save that.
Consider provoked.
Your strength wasted.
Alright, let's get out of here. Also, I keep forgetting that Harem has Disintegrate available now. I need to keep that in mind for some of those tough enemies. because for a lot of them it'll be an insta-kill. Disintegrate is a very powerful spell, and one of my favorites. Alright, let's rock and roll. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Oh, we still have 21 days. Alright, plenty of time. We'll deal with that after this quest. Oh, man. A lot of things are happening at the same time. It's very inconvenient. But yeah, we're definitely prioritizing that next. Tanika. Alright, before we do anything,
Your shield.
I will see this through.
I cleaned up my main character's skill bar a bit as well. I want all the togglables to be on the skill bar so I can see them. Because I have a problem with Reg, his arcane strike doesn't stay.
State your desire.
Oh yeah, she can just put 8 on everybody real quick.
Learn how to use it first.
Sure. Doesn't she have greater heroism? I thought she had. No, but we have Stone Skin Communal. I'll take that. And alright, let's get talking.
Forwards.
The woman seems incredibly old and haggard. Excuse me. It's hard to believe why she can move at all, let alone reach such wild places. Her dark eyes burn with a cold flame. Why do you disturb a poor pilgrim? I live perhaps my final days. She suddenly trails off, upon casting her eyes upon Jaethal. She suddenly trails off, casting her eyes upon Jaethal. Has Urgathoa... A lot of typos in this one. Has Urgathoa heard my pleas? I've been waiting for so long. Jaethal does not seem pleased. She looks upon the old woman's pale and wrinkled face, barely concealing her disgust. You may call me Jaethal. You guessed correctly. We serve the same goddess. In case you're unaware, a servant of Pharasma is chasing you. We could help you, but first I would know who you are and how you might prove yourself useful. The woman nods lifelessly. I'm not surprised. The servants of Pharasma have chased me for nearly 40 years. My name is Tanika. What do you want to know? Who are you? What do you want from us? This cannot explain. This cannot explained in. Jeez, so many typos. This cannot be explained in one breath. Long ago, I was a powerful priestess of Urgathoa, the leader of a secret coven. I had everything: power, beauty, wealth, admirers ready to sacrifice their lives for me. I possess the secret of Urgathoa's ritual, which grants the power to overcome death and old age. It demands the life of blood relatives as a payment, but what of that? I had given birth to 2 adorable daughters and raised them in anticipation of the day when their youth and beauty would become mine. But I was naive and overconfident of my power. I met an enemy who destroyed me and all my hopes of a second youth. But why would you care about the grief of a dying old woman? I still know the secret of the ritual, and I can share it with you, O beautiful Jaethal. The ritual will grant you immense power. You can even become a living being again, if that is your wish. All I ask in return is that you prolong my life. Raise me as undead. The other roads to eternity are closed to me, and I do not wish to die. This offer sounds tempting. What do you say, Donald? Wait, tell me more about what happened to you. Tanika takes a deep breath. My ritual. It demands the victim to be properly prepared. Some time ago, I took my daughters to the Coven's underground hall and lulled them into a magical sleep that was to last many months. However, I did not consider that the father of one of the girls, also an adept of Urgathoa, would put the life of his child above his passion for me, and all that we believed in and lived for. The fool secretly went to beg for help, and where? The Temple of Pharasma, no less. The Lady of Graves is not highly revered in our country. Only 2 priestesses lived at her temple. When they learned that a secret coven of Urgathoa operated in the city, they called their inquisitor for help. I remember him clearly. So young, so proud. A half-elf of rare beauty, thick brown hair and a gaze that burned with the certainty that he was his goddess's favorite weapon. He broke into the hall while I was preparing the ritual. We fought, the Coven of Urgathoa against the Pharasma's Inquisitor and his 2 companions. Everyone died that evening, except the two of us. No matter how self-confident the young Inquisitor was, he could not defeat me. I remember the moment he realized it. I read it on his face when he lost his confidence for the first time. But then he rushed to my daughters, still lying in slumber, and killed both in an instant. Then he turned to me and said, "No way out." And that was that. Were his mocking words a curse or just a guess? I do not know, but they bore the fruit of truth. No way out. My coven died and my secrets were revealed. I had to flee, to hide from the Pharasmites, in the backwoods, down the rat hole, denying myself my usual luxuries. Without my daughters, I could no longer prolong my life in youth. Year after year, I tried in vain to conceive a child. Year passed after year, and in desperate attempts, flights and hardship. My beauty and strength melted away, and I became a miserable, exhausted old woman. Jaethal's gift is now my only hope of escape from death. Poor girls, what did they do to deserve that? Betrayed by their own mother, dying at the hand of someone who was supposed to protect them. You want Jaethal to kill you and raise you as undead. In return, you offer her the secret of a ritual. I do not think killing me is necessary. Only the pathetic remnants of my former strength support my body. I need only loosen my grip and my end will come swiftly. Yes, in exchange I offer a priceless secret. It can be used in many ways, to grant new powers or even a new life. What do you know about Jaethal? Why are you seeking her help? How could I not recognize the one chosen by the goddess? Her power in you shines like the full moon on a black velvet sky. I know that she can do many things, including sharing her gift with others. What are you doing in the Valley of the Dead? I came here sensing the awakening of an ancient and powerful undead creature, hoping perhaps I could somehow scoop up a handful of his incredible power, turn myself undead and slip away from death. But it seems that I'm too late. Tanika whispers and lowers her head. Jaethal, I've made a decision. I'm listening. Despite her detached composure, the undead elf looks at you with tension in her eyes. She lowers her voice to a whisper. We might accept this offer, and change the agreement after I possess the secret of the ritual. Alright, I'm gonna get Jaethal the knowledge, and then we're not gonna do the ritual. Knowledge is knowledge. Agree and receive the secret. And then I will decide if we should use it or not. Tanika looks at you with insane hope in her eyes. Then, with a trembling hand, she pulls a large scroll from somewhere under the rocks and hands it to Jaethal. I almost did not expect. I yearn to know that I have endless years ahead, instead of an imminent end. Give me this chance, sister, and be blessed by our goddess. Tanika's eyes slowly fade, as her life force leaves her decrepit body. A moment later, the woman falls heavily to the ground, dead. Is she covered in blood now? Jaethal looks at the corpse with disgust. Now I propose we leave this carrion to the ravens. This pathetic, weak, ugly creature was unworthy of Urgathoa, and even more unworthy of her gift of unlife. Lies and pride. That's all you are and all you will ever be, Jaethal. Don't think yourself anymore. Valerie frowns. We had an agreement. No matter how vicious a creature this woman might be, the word given to her is as valuable as the word given to the most righteous people. The chaotic good. This woman was a monster in life, and she'll be even worse as an undead. It may seem cruel, but in my opinion, we shouldn't revive her. I'm relieved that we can always find a common language, Donal. Or Donal. I keep saying my name wrong. I'm sorry. It is pronounced Donal, not Donal. I say Donal to separate it from my own name. But it is pronounced Donal. It's like Donald without the D. Anyway, let's move on. I'm impatient to study this ritual and hunt down the half-blood. It looks like he came to us. Or someone came to us. The false merchant Eneo walks toward you with an easy gait. His calm friendliness has disappeared, like a mask fallen from his face. His clothes are decorated with the easily distinguishable symbol of Pharasma. Hope you've settled all your affairs with the poor old exile. It was an interesting show to watch. Time to explain yourself, Eneo. I don't have much to add, beyond what I'm sure you already know. I'm the Inquisitor of Pharasma, and for almost 40 years I've hunted the undead and cultists of Urgathoa, for the glory of the Lady of Graves. As for Tanika's coven, I tracked Jaethal to the wasteland and killed her, only to find that her hideous deity returned her to life. To put an end to that, I made use of a company of naive young elves from a camp near the Thorn River. What a stunning frankness. Jaethal smiles lightly, almost affectionately. Did you imagine, Half-Blood, that those youngsters could handle me and the king? Don't be so naive, Inquisitor. I have no hope that the young elves would kill you or your defender. No, I wanted you. Rather, to kill them. And I did all I could to inform their relatives in Kyonin of the horrible violence you perpetrated. Retribution will follow sooner or later. One lonely warrior of Pharasma may fail, but 3 elven clans will find a way to exact their revenge. There's no way out, Jaethal. Not for you. So you deliberately sent the elves to their deaths. They weren't undead. What grudge did you hold with them? They were a necessary tool to complete my mission. In my youth, I thought the best decision was a bold, honest battle against apostates and monsters. But I learned from my struggles against Tanika. There's nothing worse than seeing an abomination rise before you, and being powerless to strike it down. One must use any method available. Nothing can justify the blood on your hands and the stain on your conscience. The law is strict, but it should not take innocent lives to punish the guilty. Why did you kill Tanika's daughters? They were necessary for her disgusting ritual, and their death was my only chance to prevent it. Do not forget who I serve. Their honest deaths and their soul's journey to Pharasma's judgment was a far better fate than their mother had prepared for them. Did you track down Jaethal right after her expulsion from Kyonin? Immediately after the trial. I was born in Kyonin and often visited. It is uncommon for high society ladies to perform ritual murders for the glory of the Dark Goddess, so the news quickly reached my native Greengold and soon came to me. When later the elves sentenced her to exile rather than the usual life imprisonment, well, how could I stay away? That's all well and good, but why do you come here now? I wanted to talk to you, King. The hunt for Jaethal is the greatest work of my life. She's a living example of the hideous essence of the cult of Urgathoa, the distortion of the world order, and the triumph of the evil intentions of her vile deity. Even if I die today, the story will end the way I intended, but you can still change your own role in it, Donald. You've been playing games for too long, Zealot. Aneo allows himself to smile for the first time. I've heard this so many times, even among the priests of Pharasma. There are many who think my faith is insane, and my methods cruel and excessive, but that is the fate of the Inquisitor. Loneliness. Jaethal's been dead for a long time, a dead heart and a dead soul. Let Pharasma's Inquisitor commit his judgment. The world will sigh with relief. Yeah, I'm gonna side with Jaethal, because he is killing innocent people in his hunt. Like, Jaethal's been pretty tame since she's been with me, so maybe I'm getting through to her? You're a dangerous fanatic. Innocent people have died because of you. More blood may be spilled unless you're stopped. Everything will proceed as I have planned, with or without me. Alright, let's give us a haste. Oh, they're coming from behind as well. Dog, I need you to, yeah, get over there. And then, you use...
This body holds no more.
All right. Oh shit, a scythe. Coolio. I don't actually see a Neo. It's a bunch of +1 daggers, it's all garbage. A shock dagger +1. Breastplate +2. Some rings of protection. Amulet of natural armor 3, which I think most of my party already have. There you go. It's a keen scythe +1. Okay. Well, nothing game changing. A lot of text for such a short battle. Okay, yeah, we'll take all that. Sure. It's a lot of loot. I don't remember dropping that much loot here. Oh, maybe I did. I don't remember doing that though. I remember dropping all that loot in Mordecai's tomb. Alright, we have a few things we need to take care of. Let's start with going back to the capital. 3 days and 1 hour.
I need to catch my breath.
We
All
should
right.
gather our strength.
Let's rest up. So we have to deal with the bald hilltop before that ruins my kingdom. Because it will. Alright, got kingdom thing to look at. Oh, evil pranksters. I can't do anything with that yet. 1 day to solve. I don't have anyone that can go on that. Oh my goodness. Well, this is gonna be rough, because I can't do anything about it. I should have looked at that quest before I went over there, but I forgot completely about it. Come on guys, let's go! Jeez Louise.
I need to catch my breath.
Alright, we're on the open now. We're through the mountains.
Fades.
Let's push on. Alright, now we're gonna rest because she's fatigued. Oh man. I mean, I wouldn't say it's going well. Shoot. God, I hate the cursed hilltop bullcrap. Why couldn't Tristian and Jode say something before we put our capital right beside it? You know? I mean, I might have to do that to, let's put him on this. This is a problem that I don't want. Yeah, shoot. Alright, well that's one problem we can take care of at least. Yeah, -1 stability, that's fine. Jeez Louise, man. Alright. This is ridiculous. Change the party. Deal with this first. All right.
I'm restless.
I won't let you down.
Keep your eyes
She should have.
You can count on me.
a reckoning.
What's the holdup?
Alright, I think that's everything we need. Other quick buffs I can cast. We're immune to poison here anyway, so I don't need that.
Any fun to be had?
I mean, she can cast her extended
Ready and
haste.
willing.
Alright, let's go check it out. Let's quick save.
Forwards.
Get there, Valor. I'll start with this side. And, send the dog over here. Oh, hang in there, bud. Oh, crap, I forgot his thing isn't on here now. This is heal other, this is heal self, right? Yeah. Alright, you use Chains of Light on her. A boogeyman.
I'll cut you.
Focus the boogeyman, everybody. Never mind, he's gone. Whew. Helmet and a composite longbow. Hopefully it's a,
Without a doubt.
Whoa, what? Oh, he must have been, confused. Son of a gun. Here.
Patience.
There we go. That'll keep him under, wraps until he settles down.
Let us not hesitate.
If I just leave the area, will that, fix him? I got a lot of run around to do. There's an event at the capital as well. And I think that's the well. Someone had told me in the comment section yesterday that the well will become enterable later. Because I was off camera, I was running around trying to talk to all the NPCs in the capital, trying to figure out what I was supposed to do with the well issue. So let's head back there. Is he still affected by that? Yeah, let's head back here. Should fix him right up. To the main square. Alright. So let's go check out the well now. Actually, yeah, it updated here. We can go into it. Actually, let's go back. Let's go over here and sell stuff first. We'll do the well. After the well, I'll head to the secluded lodge and take care of the Hell Knights. Which I still think would be a fantastic class to have in this game. No, let's sell it to him. He's usually who I didn't see what the stuff was that I got from that. Alright, here we go. This is a really good item. I love speed weapons. Yeah, it's technically less damage, but he attacks faster. Make a full attack, the wielder of a speed weapon may take one extra attack with it. The attack uses the wielder's full base attack bonus, plus any modifiers appropriate to the situation. Oh, it's not cumulative with haste. That's fine. I think haste overpowers it, but since I'm not always using haste, it's good to have. And there was a headband. Mental perfection. +6 to all ability scores. I think I'm going to give this to him, because the crown looks ridiculous. No, I guess it's not appropriate for him to have it. And she has +6 to intelligence, which I'd rather her have. +6 to charisma. I almost think this would be better on Ekendio. It'd give him bigger saving throws. I'll also give it to somebody else that could use one. Let's just give it to Jaethal, I guess. You can have this ring of protection +3. Yeah, something like that. We'll just sell the rest of this stuff. The wisdom I could probably give to... No, I'm gonna sell it. Screw it. Alright, let's go check out the well. Man, a lot of stuff going on at once. I hate it because I have a plan and then it just gets thrown to the wind. The water's gone, completely gone. Do I have to go down the neighbors? Can I go in here? I was able to go in here previously?
I will guide us.
Yeah, this is the house that couldn't fit through the doors. This is the Hobbit house. So thank you for the heads up in the comment section for the well advice, because I was spending quite a while trying to talk to NPCs. I thought maybe it was bugged. It's about to start looking things up. Oh cool, I got my whole party. Alright, if that's the case.
Let us not hesitate.
I mean, you can't go wrong with, like, Keen and Flaming. What doesn't stack because he already... Oh, no. What, because Keen... Yeah, it does not stack with the improved, Yeah, we'll do, Holy and Fire. Or maybe I'll just do Speed. Speed will be fine. Let's, just gonna pop a few spells because I don't know what's waiting for us. Oh, did I get all of my spells back? I did. Never mind.
Any fun to be had?
Give her... Actually, you know what? Just do a greater invisibility on these two. It's only a round per level. Never mind. Maybe I shouldn't have done that yet.
Ready and willing.
The remains of the well's water. When the well was still full, water dripped down into this room from the vaulted ceiling above. Rags and pieces of furniture destroyed by time and damp. By time and damp, that's what destroys things. Doorway is filled in with earth and stone. It doesn't lead anywhere anymore. The layout of the walls and the room structure suggests it was once part of a larger building, which didn't survive the test of time. The water receded only recently, and yet the papers on the table are untouched. It seems they are protected by magic. The key to the magical prison. Message from the laboratory of Fenris. Diary of Fenris the Pensive. Alright, well, we'll read that. Alright, first, let's see what that's all about. Amazing Fenris the Pensive is imprisoned under the Lonely Barrow by some unknown force. To get inside was defeat 45 monsters. The layers will be tagged by a special mark once we discover them. Okay. I think I've seen things about that online, but I tried to ignore them where I could. You who read these lines, whoever you are, please heed my words. I am in desperate need of help. My name is Fenris the Pensive, and I am a mage from the great empire of Irbaria. May the gods prolong the years of its prosperity. I retired to these wild lands in the furthest of our provinces to peacefully engage in magical experiments. But now a terrible danger looms over my work, and even my life itself. I'm not even sure I will have time to finish this message before it takes me. Oh, unknown reader, if this letter is in your hands, I'm either dead or trapped in a magical prison in a barrow near the western spurs of Tors of Lebanese. If you do not like virtue, or at least desire to receive a well-deserved reward, then find the dungeon and save me, or recover my mortal remains. It will be difficult to open the door. Here in the laboratory, I store the magic key you will need for this. In addition to the key, the door is locked by a mighty spell. The door will only open for the one who defeats 45 monstrous creatures of all kinds. Magic tags their layers with a special mark, which you may have already seen on your way. It may be foolish to hope there's a daredevil out there who is capable of overcoming dozens of monsters and combating the terrible power that has ruined me. But still I hope for a miracle. F. Okay. The diary is badly damaged and some of its pages are torn out. The surviving fragments are written in a neat, large lettered handwriting. With each passing day, I am even more glad of moving to this wild place. Yes, I have none of the comforts of the imperial cities, but the wilderness has its charm. Whenever I go out to the lake, I always witness some picturesque scene, like nixies playing with a flock of elementals in the coastal waters. When evening comes, parades of will-o-wisps are pulled to my doorstep, dancing under the windows of the tower, making the night as bright as the day, and always smelling of a thunderstorm. I can just watch their games or lazily throw lightning at them from the balcony. It's only just for fun. These creatures are nearly immune to magic. They're very funny to observe when they sparkle and grow angry, realizing they challenge me at their peril. Despite all my efforts, the last of the thieves who broke into the tower has died. It is my fault, of course. I must configure the guardian golem better. The thief kept cursing me in 3 languages to his last breath. I didn't understand half of his threats. Something about the worst enemy that is already at my door. In the name of all the doorsteps of Eobaria, I came to this wilderness to get away from all this. But the Hyads still find you, push themselves into trouble, and then curse you while you try to heal their wounds. It's such a shame. This is odd, but the guardian golem isn't working. It's not destroyed, but quite disabled. And of course I don't have even a tenth of what I'd need for repairs. What could have happened? I checked the whole tower, and all the protective spells, but I cannot find anything amiss. The body disappeared, right from the tower cellar. The only one who could get down there is me. Well, I'm certainly distracted now and again, but this is still most strange. I wonder what I should do with the elven girl who I rescued from the wyvern. Her mind seems to be failing. She follows my every step, asks strange questions, and she always asks if I sleep well at night. Thank you, I'm not complaining. Well, at least her wounds are not so serious. A little more magic and she'll be good as new. I haven't opened this diary for nearly a month. I've been too busy with my investigation. Strange events have followed each other. A fire in my alchemical warehouse, the loss of the artifacts. Again and again I test new combination of protective spells, but all in vain. Something is stalking my tower, leaving no trace and easily breaking through every protection. I cannot imagine what skill and power this creature must possess. Also, I cannot comprehend why, owning such great powers, it still hasn't killed me. I do not sleep well at night. Sometimes I pass out in the middle of the day and return to consciousness on the floor of the library, or on the ground just past the doorstep. I am a fool. I should have listened more carefully to what the dying thief said. I know what's after me. I don't have much time to figure out how to fight it. Interesting. So to kill 45 different monsters, I'm assuming the areas we've already cleared, I don't have to go back and redo. But I wonder how long he's been there. Like, how would he know the monsters would still exist in those caves? I guess if the cave is clear, the spell would work, but so if the monster's just up and left their caves and layers. Yeah, we're at 43 minutes. I'm gonna call the episode here. Oh, I'm gonna call the episode here, and the next one we'll probably go deal with the Hell Knights first. Let's go and leave the capital real quick. So instead of my party, well, let's rest. Should I rest? Let's quick save and then rest. No, let's rest outside the capital because I don't want to go through all those loading screens. So if I went to rest, I'd have to go through 2 extra loading screens. I rested in the capital, so I'm just going to avoid that altogether. Then while we're out here, we can plan a little better. Alright, so I plan on going to the Secluded Lodge next. I know I still have Candlemere Tower to deal with, and I'm pretty sure that's where Tristian's at. Yeah, let's do the Secluded Lodge next to get rid of the Hell Knights. Go to the Temple of Shaylin. with Valerie. Deal with that, because that's hurting my kingdom as well. I should probably bring Jaethal with me to Armag's tomb. Yeah, I'll deal with it eventually. Because we still have to get back over this way at some point. I can always swap out companions over here. But yeah, we'll go, so Secluded Lodge, Temple of Shaylin, and then to technically encampment and stuff like that. Let me check the kingdom real quick before I call an episode. I want to make sure that I'm not crumbling. The last thing we had was riots, and that was fine. But I don't think it updates to the end of the month, which it's close to. Yeah. Do I have anybody? No, still nobody to deal with this. And it's a difficulty check of 30. So that's probably gonna, yeah. Oh shoot. He's busy, but I might be able to stop that. Man. Let's put her on this. I mean, it'll help in the long run. It'll give us some more kingdom stats to counteract all these problems we're facing. Alright, and I'm calling the episode here, and the next one we'll do the things that I said, and hopefully the kingdom won't fail. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hope to see y'all in the next episode.